Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are back again doing the Foundation Expo 88 YouTubes. And don't forget that that address is quite important when you're doing your Google searches. And Graham, before we start, one of the other motivations is the age group is my beautiful daughter standing here, Isabella Mary Jean, whose Mary Jean was named after my mother. In a few years' time, they will be able to look back at the recordings that we're doing and see the history. And it was a very exciting time. It was. All right. Thank you, Isabella. You can go.
Oh, Isabella.
Just walk properly, please. All right. Now, Graham, I did notice towards the end, you do have some extensive notes there. And some of the things I wanted to canvass and cover in this YouTube were about the industrial relations, because we found some fundamental changes that had to be made at the time. Having an expo in the city would have been just an absolute disaster, because there wouldn't have been the services available to look after those. And I know that you actually were at the coalface in that process. So, with that opening, I'll hand it over to you to talk about that.
Well, our committee recognised when it was announced that Expo was coming in, when it was in '88. I don't know whether the concept of the Mount Extension was in, but we knew it was going to happen. Something was going to happen. So we did everything possible as a committee at that time to make certain that we could maximise what we were getting. And you'll recall that back in those 87, 85, 82 or so, we were shutting at midday Saturday. The shops all shut at lunchtime Saturday and open again Monday morning.
It was a ghost town.
Yeah, I remember saying to the committee, there's no way in the world that we can have all of these people. We went to Scuba, we went to Vancouver to look at expos. I led a couple of study tours over there with people like Bruce Orton at Greater Union Theatres, Jimmy's on the Mal Godfrey's Mantles and all those people. And we knew what was going to happen. It was a bonus for the city after Queen Street Melbourne, no doubts about that. I suppose I could equate that to being a bonus that we had eventually the Lions come together and had Sunday football. Expo meant that we had to change. And we went to the Retailers Association in Queensland and had a chat to them. I always said that we had to extend the trading hours, and the committee backed me on that. We went to the RAQ, and Gary Black was in the RAQ in those days. He's the boss now. Gary was an industrial advocate, and he took on the case. We briefed him. He and I got before the Industrial Commission. I forgot my name, Graham Anderson or something, one of the guys with the Industrial Commission had a hearing. It went in Adelaide Street there, building for about a day, half a day, day and a half. We put the case then, quite simply. We can't shut the shops at 12 o'clock Saturday with thousands upon thousands of people from around the world coming to Brisbane for Expo. We're going to have them arrive on Friday, have a half a morning shopping on Saturday and say goodbye, we've got to shut the shops now. So we said that doesn't work. And the Industrial Commission accepted our case, and the hours were extended for the City Heart area only.
Did it extend down as far as George Street?
Yes, it did.
Because I was Company Secretary of McDonald East at the time, and I should be being in the right, but I remember now as to whether we started to open.
I think it was the designated city, the Queen Street Mall area, of the old designated City Heart area, got the extended hours. Yeah. It worked, no doubts about it, it worked. We were able to then do promotions in the Mall, and of course the Mall got extended in '88, so we had an upper stage and the rotunda down the lower stage, and we did a lot of promotions. I initiated something new, and that was to provide courtesy hostesses, various ethnic languages, Japanese and whatever, who were living in Brisbane, and we had them in special City Heart uniforms, simply walking up the Mall with their hats on, like the meter maids, I suppose, in Surfers Paradise. But they were there to tell people where to go, how to help them. I started that idea of courtesy hostesses off, and I kept it going for a long time.
Well, the Lord Mayor remembers that. I've had a discussion with him about how he immediately saw the advantage of city greeters, which is the new concept that's been promoted in the city, which is exactly what you're saying, except it has a much broader brief that they will go out to the Botanical Gardens, or they will go to the Mount Coot lookout. They're just more than the City Hut, but there are a lot of bilingual city greeters, and it's a concept, I didn't realise this, but it is a concept that is a worldwide organisation, and they've got an incredible webpage. Anyway, going back to Expo.
And so that was that. I mean, the people of Brisbane loved the Queen Street Mall. They really did. The office workers that were in there, loved it as well. I timed our fashion parades to suit the office workers. All the fashion parades always happened at 11:30, 12:30 and 1:30. So when they come out for lunch, they could see a 20-minute fashion break and continue having their lunch.
The secrets of the world, Australia's best centre.
Thank you. But I enjoyed it. I loved it. They got a great committee, and they certainly have a good advertising agency and everything else. But it was safe. We had surveillance in the mall. We had the police area in the information kiosk. People knew it was a safe place to be, and also, I suppose, in that sense, those tourists that were coming to town also knew it was a safe place to be. They weren't going to be knocked over, and that was an important part of life. But it was extremely successful for all the retailers in the city. They were helping people in various times and whatever. And then the convention centre came along after that. But no, Expo was an outstanding. Two things in my life. I went to school at Eagle Junction State School in Brisbane State High a long time ago. Two things I believe in Brisbane were really key parts. And that was the Commonwealth Games in 1982, coinciding with the Queen Street Mall's initial Queen Street Mall in 82, and the second one was Expo 88 in 1988. There's no doubts about that. They're the two key things in my mind that made Brisbane, I suppose, taking the dummies out of the backyard by Ken Jones would be the third, I'm not quite sure. But they're the two major events in my book made Brisbane.
And with that, we might just conclude this segment of our discussions this morning, and I can tell that there is still a lot more interesting information to come, so keep tuned. This is a very interesting series of discussions we're having this morning, and it is important that you do search through the other discussions that we've recorded, because it's that mix and the history that we're getting down that is just so important. And on that note, it's goodbye from me on behalf of Foundation Expo 88 YouTube channel. Thank you and good morning.